At some point in our lives, we've all aimed for at least one qualification. Remember one of the most significant qualifications in your life. You probably didn't do it alone. There were others who did the same qualification, either at the same time, same place, or the same stage in their lives. However, I can almost guarantee that your level of success, your achievements in life, are not at all the same as all those others who took the same qualification as you. Some of your peers are more successful than you, and others are less successful. Have you ever wondered why? During my career as a teacher for over 30 years, I supported thousands of students to get the qualifications they needed for university and for the workplace. Over a period of decades, many of my students have become much more successful than myself, which makes me proud, but I also wonder, how did that happen? I noticed that it was often their level of confidence and their skills rather than their qualifications that led to my students' greatest achievements. So I'm convinced that ultimately it's not the qualifications per se, but skills such as creativity, courage and confidence that determine our success, providing us opportunities with greater freedom of choice. Skills such as creativity, courage and confidence are interrelated, and there are numerous ways we can develop these skills. Gaining qualifications is only one of these ways. For example, we can also prove the value of our skills through winning awards, championships, and gaining recognition through our networks, especially if we're part of social circles that include highly confident, successful, and influential people. Being an educator, my chosen means of developing confidence, credibility, and authority has been through qualifications, and I must admit I have a very long list of them. Unfortunately, I cannot sincerely say that my level of confidence is just as deep. I've been studying for qualifications throughout my life. Over the past 5 years, I've been researching for a PhD in education, and this time, the title at the end of the journey is not the ultimate goal for me. I realised that using the research to develop my skills in creativity and in confidence is much more fruitful. When we do a course with the goal of a qualification or title, there tends to be a linear beginning and end. However, the deeper learning journey that PhD research takes us through is like a cycle without a clear beginning or ending, which, in my view, is the intrinsic nature of education. When did your learning journey begin? If you say it began when you attended your first lesson at school, I'd argue that perhaps it began a long time before that. Maybe your learning journey began when you struggled to take your first breath. And of course you might say, well, actually it began even before that. You learned to survive, then you learned to thrive, and eventually you learned to leave a legacy, for example by writing a book, raising a family, or planting a tree. So, is it our qualifications or our creativity, our courage and our confidence that drive us to influence the world around us in a creative manner? In my view, educating people to be creative, courageous and confident is much more sustainable than a nation of highly qualified citizens. I accept that a qualification gives us credibility, authority and validation for specific knowledge and skills. However, it's the self-confidence generated throughout the learning journey, leading to the qualification, that has the power to make an impact and influence the world around us. Education that fails to make us more confident, more courageous, more creative may be limited in its relevance, application and value in our lives. Somewhere along the line, we realised that our standard qualifications cannot equalise us. It's not our qualifications, but the vibrations caused through our presence that determine the pathway of our lives. So, as an educator and director of University for Life, I focus on creating learning opportunities that are designed to develop our presence through life-enhancing skills such as creativity, courage, and confidence. This year's online conference in Creativity and Culture is an example of this. I collaborated with a team of resourceful volunteers to provide a platform which would overcome a set of problems that educators encounter when we're asked to speak at international conferences. Attending these conferences is often very expensive. It's difficult to get time off work on the specific conference dates, and travelling to the location is usually a long, bumpy, stressful ride. Creativity responds well to necessity, so to overcome these barriers of finance, time, and physical inconvenience, I decided to organise online creativity conferences which would surpass the benefits of attending a conference in a faraway physical location. Although my qualifications provide me with recognition, credibility, and perhaps the authority to attract a professional audience to the conference, it's my creativity, my courage, and the self-confidence that will mark its true success in stimulating deep inspirational conversations, encouraging supportive friendships, and generating opportunities for collaboration. We cannot claim that any learning has taken place unless it changes or transforms us in some way. So when you decide to do yet another qualification, another course, and another conference, ask yourself, how confident will it make you feel, and what will you be able to do with that confidence? How will your life be any different? Whereas qualifications serve to validate our knowledge and skills, creativity serves to add value to our lives. With creativity, life will certainly never be the same again. With creativity, life is usually richer, easier, and much more exciting. You're very welcome to attend the Creativity and Culture Online Conference in September this year, from the comfort of your own home and without the barriers of finance and time to dissuade you. You're also welcome to join University for Life as a free member by clicking on the membership link here.